peinture troublera, dur courbera et faire. Clair obscur, pavillon peint, tu le trouveras sans air.
Okie dokie, hello folks. The game is taking a little bit longer than I planned it to take, but we'll get there eventually. Ah, there we are. Excellent. Excellent. I've had a very busy day. I thought, why come back off a holiday and slouch about? I've had 2 weeks of slouching about. I've come back with a renewed vigour. I don't know if you can tell, but if you watched the video update earlier, you'll saw different bed sheets on. I've put my Christmas bed sheets on, I've flown around, did a few bits online, did my horse racing today. Oh, it's all kicked off. It's all kicked off today. I feel like I've worked today. Oh yes. Missed it. Cheers. As soon as it kicks in, beautiful. Beautiful. Right. Nagisa, Cham, Catherine, welcome to you all. I'm actually feeling a lot more sprightly now. As I say, I just changed my bed sheets. I got up, moved around a bit, went downstairs, made myself a cup of coffee for the stream. No Baileys in it. I've had enough alcohol over the past 2 weeks. So, and I'm getting ready for football. Football's at 7:30 today. I need to be finished at 7:15 because I'm going to do my pre-football rituals. I thought to me, done a lot of thinking on holiday, as you do. Let's see if I can keep this kind of stuff up, but I thought there's a few things I need to change around here, as in my life. And one of them is just been a bit more structured with some certain things. Because structure's gone out the window this year. I've just been bumbling along, floating along life. Probably having far too much fun. But there's going to be a change. One of them is football. One of them is my YouTube channel. The second one is horse racing, because there's money to be made with the horses, and I ain't doing it properly. You can't be horse racing on one screen and do something else on a second screen. I need to be completely focused. So I took my Paul McKenna books and did a lot of thinking, a lot of meditation, and I'm come back and I'm like, yeah, some things have to change around here. So like football, for example, I'm going to be very much more organised. Don't get me wrong, I got top scorer last season. I missed a presentation because I was on holiday, but I got top scorer, so I didn't do too badly. I played pretty well, but I can still do things better. And that's the theme of going forwards after this holiday. I can do things better. So we're going to be doing things better around here. Alright? So, so I'm going to finish at 7:15. None of this late finishing, scrambling my clothes on and rushing out the door and zooming to football because I finished my stream at 7:10 and playing out football at 7:30. That can't happen. I need to finish at 7:15 so that I can take my electrolyte drink, I can do my pre-football warm-up, get to football in plenty of time, do a little warm-up when I'm down in football, because I've noticed that I'm getting a lot of niggly little injuries lately, which is to do with age, but also to do with probably not preparing properly. So completely changing that mantra. Diet-wise, health-wise, I've got to change that because I've got esophageal reflux disease, and on holiday, even though I took Lanzaprazole for the entire trip, the second week, my body wasn't obviously used to 3-course meals every meal. I was suffering big time with chest pain, with excessive gassing and burping, and it also causes, which I got to Google, it actually causes nerve issues for me. Tingling. I got pins and needles in my hand for like half an hour one day. It's not good. It's not good. So I need to be a lot more healthy, eat the right kind of foods, because my gastro flare-up has a massive knock-on effect to my health. So that's another one. But I won't bother with all that now, because I used to put bets on the Flim Flam time, and I was like, the Flim Flam's going to be pretty short today, because I need to dive into this game. I've been itching to play this and Cyberpunk, but I've decided to play this because it requires less prep time. So I'll bore you with all of my post-holiday resolutions, as Nagise has put it. I'll get to them in the Christmas party stream in 2 weeks, because there's a few. There's a few. Oh, you'll be pleased to hear them. Pleased to see some of them as well, I reckon. Anyway, so there you go. I just want to share with you one holiday moment, though, before we dive into old Lumiere, and then that's the end of the Flim Flam. So let's go to camp, shall we? Some of you may know what's coming. I actually had a thought about dogs. Catherine, you're about to walk the dog. The geese, you've just walked the dog. I've had a thought about a dog because there was a German Shepherd on the holiday. A service dog. I saw 4 dogs on the cruise ship, and I'm like, when do people start bringing dogs on cruises? Hang on a second. One of them had a service dog tag, so it's a service dog. The other 2 dogs didn't. And I'm like, are they service dogs, or can you just bring your dogs on board all of a sudden? Anyway, the service dog was a German Shepherd, and obviously I had a German Shepherd, bless her, Tess. And I thought to myself, oh, I got the old, do I want another dog conversation in my head again. Because I kind of was after the attempt burglar, I was like, yes, I do want a dog because that's not happening to me again, and if they do get in, they're going to have a dog biting them. And then I kind of veered away from that because it's a lot of work. A dog, it is a lot of work, a lot of commitment, a lot of hassle at times when you try and go on holiday and make arrangements and stuff. And then it's now come to the full circle again after seeing this German Shepherd on board, which looked very similar to mine, and my mum was upset when she saw this German Shepherd initially because it reminded her of Tess, and she had a bit of a moment. And I was like, back around full circle, and I think I do want a dog again now. But anyway, more about that later. But one moment on the cruise that I'll share with you, I'm not ashamed to share it with you, was on the top deck of the cruise ship. There was a running track. Now, this cruise ship was a pretty big ship, but the running track wasn't that big. 7 laps was a mile. On the biggest ship in the world in 2019, the Symphony of the Seas, 3 laps of that running track was a mile. This one was 7, but nonetheless, it was a lovely little on the top deck, and it was the weather for 10 of the 14 days was glorious. So I would routinely walk around the top deck with my best flip-flops on and get my steps in, 10,000 steps a day, to try to keep the weight off with the food, and I only put 3 pounds on, so I did well. Walking around, and you can see everything because you're on the top deck, so you can see all of the cruise ship in front of you, all the cruise ship behind you, you can see all of the sea all around 360 degrees. Which made me realise there's a lot of cruise ships out there, because every time I was on the top deck, whether it be day or night, doing my laps, I could see no less than at least 2 cruise ships, either behind us, in front of us, to the side of us. Constantly. It's like, bloody hell, it's true central around here. But on one particular day, I only did this once, really bizarrely, because I'm not somebody that puts music on when they're walking or doing exercise. I just like to have quiet time, so I can do my exercise with quiet time, and just think and reflect and, have my epiphany moments that I'll probably stick to, like a New Year's resolution, which I think Paul McKenna said about 12 days is the average day. The average time that people stick to New Year's resolutions is about 12 days or something like that. So I was having my moments, and I'm walking around, and I thought this one particular day, I quite fancy listening to some of my tunes. And I got the Wi-Fi on the ship for the last 3 days, because it was only $40 for 3 days, which is half price, because I'm a platinum member. For the full cruise, it would have been like $280, which was half price, full price, $500 for 14 days. $500 for 14 days Wi-Fi, having a laugh? I told you before I went, I didn't want my phone on. But I thought, I want to catch up with a few things. And not have to worry about going on shore and getting the free Wi-Fi. And the last 2 days were sea days, so there's no option of getting off the ship to get your Wi-Fi, and no phone signal either, because I bought a bolt-on package for my phone as well, just so that I could use my Wi-Fi if there was no Wi-Fi. Use my phone's data with the bolt-on bundle in case there was no Wi-Fi on the shore that was free. So I ended up spending about 60 quid on internet and Wi-Fi and flipping data on the phone. And that's somebody that used their phone sparingly. Imagine if you use your phone all the time, Jesus. Anyway, I had the Wi-Fi on the ship for the last 3 days because it was. I thought, you know what, for 30 quid, I could afford £30 for Wi-Fi and catch up with all the stuff. So I put Spotify on because it's through Wi-Fi, so I didn't have to rely on the music on my phone because Spotify's got on my latest phone, my latest music on it. Because hey, everything's in the cloud now. Why would you download stuff anymore? And so I put it on, and I'm walking round. Don't forget, I'm usually reflecting when I'm doing my walking, and even if the tunes are on, I'm still reflecting kind of whilst the tune's in the background. So I'm walking round, and what comes on but a certain piece of music? And I kid you not, I don't know what the hell came over me because I was feeling in a very chirpy mood at that particular moment in time. I'd been chirpy all holiday. Me and my mother have only had a couple of fallouts, as you do. It's natural. When you're cooped up with somebody for 14 days, you're going to have a falling out or two, aren't you? So we did very well. We got on very well, like a house of fire as normal. And so I'm feeling positive, I'm feeling chirpy, and this particular piece of music come on, and I burst into tears. Not like blubbering mess, but literally eyes were streaming. I don't know what the hell came over me. I can't even still to this day place what the hell happened, but I ended up a bit of a moment. And you all know what music it was, so I'll play it for you. I won't be a blubbering mess now, but I don't know why. It just got to me. It, of course, is this beautiful piece of music. This just came on. It was on my Spotify was on a random playlist, and this came on, and it just set me off. I don't know why. But I just know this music is just so beautiful. I can't place it. But anyway, we'll have this play for a little bit, and then we'll dive into the session, alright? Because I just want to hear it, you see. Oh, yeah, it's just beautiful. Oh, let's go. I forgot that I changed into a man bun in the last session. Was it the last session? I think so. I don't know what it is. It's sort of like the mansion it got me, and then I've just, yeah. It's good. It's very good. Right, let's get out of here. Go to sleep. Let's go. We've not done anything. We just came and we slept. It's like me. It's like me after my jet lag. Oh my god. So I basically. Obviously I know about sleep patterns now, right? 90-minute sleep patterns, 15 minutes before you sleep, so you kind of time your sleep. So rather than having 7 hours sleep, aim to have either 6 hours sleep plus 15 minutes sleeping time, or 7.5, because you're sleeping cycles, right? So I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. I went to bed at 9 thinking that was going to be my 10-hour 45 cycle, near enough, plus 15 minutes leading time. So 11 hours basically. So I thought that's plenty of sleep. So I set my alarm at 8 o'clock. Can you imagine setting your alarm when you've just come back off a holiday and you've travelled for 24 hours, you've been awake for 36 hours or whatever, 34 hours. You would set an alarm on a day off before for 8 o'clock in the morning. But I thought, you know, sleep cycles, that's a full like 5-6 cycles, whatever it was. Plenty of sleep. Yeah, I mean, I went off at 8, I rolled over and woke up at 10 to 12. So that clearly needed the rest. But anyway, right, there you go, flim flam, 17 minutes. It's longer than I had planned, but hey, let's crack on. So, old Lumiere aways. I might need a bit of warm-up time, because it's been 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll get there together. Yeah, one of my epiphanies was I was going to start a new LP this week, and then I really had to say to myself, hang on a second, Christmas is in 2 weeks, I've got Christmas comedy kits to compile, I've got a party stream to plan, I've got work, because I don't finish work until Christmas Eve, and I've got a couple of other little Christmas parties. Really? Let's be serious. Let's not try to run before you can walk with your epiphanies. So I thought we'll start a new LP on the 1st of January. Maybe before the 1st of January, because I've got 10, 11 days off. I'm off from Christmas Day until the 3rd of January, whatever, however many days that is. Lots of time. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to walk onwards and see...
Welcome, my friends, to old Lumiere.
Is anyone still here?
Just Nevrons.
So this is where our piece of Lumiere used to be. Before the fracture ripped apart the world and threw us into the sea.
We're lucky it did. That's probably the only reason we survived.
The heart of the paintress is in the center. Let's go.
So Lumiere was one city, and then it fractured, and there's this bit left behind on the mainland, and the other bit got punted into the ocean like a little island, and the people on the island survived, maybe because there's no Nevrons on that island, and the rest of the place, Nevron Central. Everyone dead. Is that the gist of it? I think that's the gist of it. Right, you know the drill. If I miss anything, feel free to tell me I've missed it. Otherwise, let's go. So I came back expecting 2 degrees weather, and I've come back and it's 12 degrees today. Which, even by my standards, coming back from somewhere that's been 28, 30, and I thought, oh, it's going to be a culture shock. Actually, 12 degrees is positively mild. For this time of year. Oh, look who we have here. Do we get to fight you? And get the lovely... This could be the 3rd piece of good music we get today in such a short space of time. It's like the game knew I was coming back from a break. This place is an absolute wreck, but it's pretty wicked. No, we can fight! We can fight! Oh, there's lots of stuff here. Hang fire here. I need to buy some stuff. Right, fight. Who had all the soul... we'll go with Verso. I can't remember who had all the solo stuff. Solo fighting buffs. We don't need them, do we? Do we need them? Oh, I need to... okay, gradient attacks. Gradient parries. Was there anything else? Jumping stuff. We'll go with it. Right, let's do some stuff. Quick strike.
Fast. You're outmatched.
Okay, let's go again. Assault 0. Nice.
Not impressed.
Oh, pardon me for breathing. What the hell happened there? I thought the game was being kind to me, playing all this lovely music for us. Let's go again. Bloody hellfire. He uses it gently. One punch kill? No. Let's go again. Come on.
Ready to strike.
I was trying to remember what was counter, what was parry. So I was hovering over the circle button thinking, circle dodge? There it is.
Here we go.
Right, circle dodge.
Not impressed.
There we go.
Let's cover path.
Better. There we go. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Hit the high notes, my dear. Brilliant. I like you. Okay, I like you too. Whoa, a weapon. Algeron 30. Oh, we need to save money because we need to put some more money into the never-ending pit of the Red Woods, right? Chroma Catalyst, we don't need that. We've got plenty of them. We don't, Polish Chroma Catalyst, we don't need that. We've got plenty of them as well. Longer Powerful. On applying Powerful, its duration is increased by 2. I don't think we need to... Colour of Luminous, yes, we need lots of them. So Buy all of them, thank you. Recoats, 13 of them we already got. Maybe not. I don't think we need to respect that many times now. Healing counter, revive shard tin, definitely. Healing counter. Recover 25% health on counter attack. That is pretty good. Only gives health as a stat though. Perilous. What was perilous parry again? I didn't parry though. I dodged. What does perilous parry do? I can't remember. Extra damage, but you'll tell me, Nagisa, whilst I ponder here. Right, am I buying healing counter? No, I don't think so. I don't think. And weapons, I don't like to buy weapons usually. Whose weapon is that anyway? Oh, it's CL. We don't even use CL. Sorry, CL. We're not getting that either. I think that's us spent up. Gain 1 extra AP on parries, but you take double damage. Why have I given him that? That's like a recipe for death. That's a recipe for disaster. What on earth am I trying to... That needs to come off, surely. Clearly I was feeling very confident when I installed that. That's for somebody that's proficient and full of zest and ready to parry at a whim. Like it's second nature. Oh, that's not me. Right this instant anyway. Very rarely is, if I'm being honest with you. Why is there a big sword stuck in the ground here? Dripping with something. Dripping with death. Looks fairly ominous. Another one there, look. All manner of... There's one there. What happens if we walk into the gold bits? Do we take any issue? Any dripping on me? Raining on... No? No damage? Uh-oh. Here we go.
We'll need a way forward.
The heart is in the center of the city. All right? Show off a bit, Minoko.
Just admit you can't do it yourself.
You asked him to clear a path. What did you expect to happen? Oh, he could have warned us to step back a bit, couldn't he? I mean, that's quite serious injuries that he's just inflicted there. What's wrong with you?
Minoko! Why the hell did you...
Sorry, I fucked up. I just wanted to show off.
We just have to regroup. The others should be fine. Verso said the heart is in the center of old Lumiere, right?
Oh no.
Right. Okay, Minoko. Stop crying.
This isn't the
We have
game
to
forcing
move.
us into a party of 3 that we don't want, is it?
Yes, sorry.
This isn't that kind of situation, is it? I think it might be, you know. Oh, is it not? No, is it? It is, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Oh. Oh no. Right, we're going to have to sort this mess out then, aren't we? You reckon we could... CL's not spec'd massively, but she's almost there. I think... Oh, no, oh, hang on. No, she's not. Minoko isn't either. He's got nothing. We need a flag. Where's the flag? Let's go to a flag. Come on. Come on, team. Come on, newly assembled team. That we do not wish to use, but we have no choice right now. Can't we go back? Oh, we can't go back either. Oh, God. The ladder has retracted, the ropey thing. Oh, no. The game has got to factor that in, right? That you might be, you know, we'll force you to use the two characters that people probably use the least. So we'll give you a little gentle, easy ride to start. Oh, there's a flag right there. I've got to say. Bloody hell, we need a flag. Right, what am I doing? Attributes probably first would be best. Right, we've actually spec'd her points quite handily. Oh, that's easy enough. And she's got the right weapon on. So basically with her, it would just be skills, which I'm not bothered about because the skills that we currently have with her are fine. Without doing any research, I ain't going to get any more skills. So you'll have to make do with the skills that you've currently got and be damned with it and see how we cope. No, that's the wrong person. Oh, Hangfire. Getting completely confused here. No, you are Spect as well. She does have the right points. Luna skills. It's not Luna that's the issue, it's CL skills, isn't it? She's fine. Luna's fine. We have Luna. It's her that's the issue. Let me see. Learn skills. CL skills. There you go. It's her skills that are the problem. So I can't remember what I picked with her last time. We just have to make do. His skills. He learns his skills by fighting monsters. So we don't have to do anything with his skills, but we do need to spec his points. So, I don't know what weapon he's using. Does he use a weapon? You've got 81. So I'm literally just going to basically go down the line of putting as many points into the B agility where his most power is. Can we not do inventory? Hangfire here. Just getting used to stuff. Let's see. Monoko. Do you have a weapon? Moncaro. That's all he has. Okay. Oh, he doesn't even have Pictos. Or Luminous. Oh my God. Does he need... Do we... Oh, let's just give him... I don't know. Alright. Well, we might as well use him to get some of these... We'll use some of these to get them unlocked with 3 battles. We might as well, haven't we? Warming up. 5% increased damage per turn can stack up to 5 times. 25% extra damage if you don't get hit. I'm assuming that if you get hit, it resets the stack. It doesn't confirm that, but it might do, it might not, I don't know. But we'll use that, that's a good one. Gives him 9% crit rate and extra health. Very good. First hit dealt and taken deals 50% more damage. Healing an ally also supplies shell. I don't think he does much healing, does he? Combo attack. Base attack has 1 extra hit. Base attack has 1 extra hit. Let's go with that. Right, what else have we got? Charging tin. 5% of gradient charge on using an item. Plus 1 AP on successful parry. Longer shell. Empowering tin. I don't know what these are. Energizing death. Energizing start 4. We'll give him that one. So we can unlock that as well. Cost 20 Lumiere points for that one. Hello, Crazy Canuck. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Good to see you all. It really is. 50% receive 50% health on killing an enemy. That's pretty sweet. I just have to check any messages I get because of the fact that obviously I'm going to football today, and therefore I just need to make sure that there's no cancellations or anything, or I'm picking anybody up. Well, we will give him them, and we will go to Luminers. Luminers. Edit the Luminers. Oh my God, there's that many. Right, let's go down the list, shall we? This, I mean, he might be Green Rushy fighting alone at Death Door, attack lifesteal, augmented counter, augmented attack, augmented aim, augmented first strike, breaking shots, 50% increased break damage with free aim shots, breaking counter, burning shots was one that we always like to use, and also what's the mark? Is it marking shot? Marking shot is another one that could be useful. Yes, I remember that one. Staggering attack is only worth 1, so use that one. Anyone that are worth like 1. On receiving damage, consume 1 AP to take 30% less damage if possible. That could be handy. Breaking shots is only 1. Right, we'll go with those. Dead energy is another one. 3 AP on killing an enemy. I like that one. Dodger, 1 AP on a perfect dodge is a good one. Okay, energize. Okay. He's only got 7 left. Oh, I've been going a bit fast here. I thought we had more points than this. What's the other one I'm looking for? I'm looking for one versatile. No, roulette, perilous parry, healing tints. Also give 1 AP. That's a good one. Energizing start 1 is what I'm looking for. There you go. I mean, it's a bit of a mismatch. Synergy. What synergy? Burning shots. 20% burn on free aim. That would synergize with Smael, who's not here, actually. It's fine. No, let's take it off. Breaking shots. What else could we use? Well, we've got 4 points. Augmented counter, augmented aim, last stand critical. No, powerful revive. Apply powerful when revived. He might die a lot. Let's try that one. Is this a new character? It's Monoko that we got in the stream before last, maybe 2 streams ago. We haven't used him, obviously, and now we've been forced to use him because he showed off and Mael and Verso have gone missing in action. It's the dreaded, you are forced to play with these people, mechanic. It's fine. Right, we'll see if these work. Possibly, possibly not. But let's just get one last check. So yes, we do extra break damage with a 3 aim shot. We get an extra base attack, so we do 2 attacks on a base attack rather than 1. So you know, if we need to do base attacks, which we might have to do quite often with him, we'll be fine. Because I seem to recall he did a lot of base attacks because of how his mechanics worked when we fought with him last time. So if we need to do a few base attacks, that gives an extra attack. So that could be useful. Consume AP to do 30% less damage. Could be good. Killing gets AP. Dodging perfectly gets AP. AP on breaking, AP on jump countering, an extra AP on start times 2, AP on healing, plus 2 AP. There we get mark on the free aim shot, powerful when revived, but and then this 5% increased damage per turn can stack up to 5 times. I think that's reasonable enough. Look at his amazing outfit. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. He's got the flipping whole life boy thing going on. Yeah. Great effort. Flipping humongous effort. Right, Luna's done, Ciel is done, Monoko's done. They've all got their Lumiere, Lumina's done, Pictos are done. Did Ciel have her Luminas done? No, she's got a bit more to play with. And she's got no Pictos either. God's sake. God's sake, man! What's wrong with you? Right, first offensive. I don't like that. But you know what? We're going to try it. Protective heal. Healing also applies. No, I don't like that one. Charging tint. Using an item. It's a bit rubbish, that, isn't it? It doesn't give any crit chance either. I like crit chance ones. Ones that increase crit chance are good. There you go. Fueling break. 12% crit chance. Breaking a target doubles its burn amount. Never going to kick in, but let's just go for the stats. Longer shell, powering tint, energizing revive, energizing death, energizing start, exhausting power, auto death, sweet kill. This was one I quite liked. Recover 50% health on killing an enemy. go with that. Let's go with that. And plus it gives us a nice healthy 11% crit rate chance. So the crit rate is 52% crit rate, which is pretty crazy. And which he breaks, hopefully we'll get to break in some of these, memorize some of these, whatever the term is, for memorizing them. Right, Focus, Foretell, Twilight Star. There was a reason why I spec her like that, so these skills should work together. I know that much. Right, let's go. Look at the state of this mishmash party. Isn't it fun? Right, let's go. Who's the party leader now then? I kind of think Luna would be, right? I think Luna. She screams party leader vibes with all her precise calculations.
Friends, I beg your forgiveness for landing us in this quagmire.
Quagmire.
It's okay, Minoko. Let's move on, shall we?
I like the word quagmire. Not used it. Or I have used it very sparingly in life. Perhaps I should memorize this and use it more often. Another fine quagmire you've gotten us into. Oh, we've got some people to fight. We've got a split path situation going on as well. We can go left, we can go right. What was that over there? We shall find out shortly. First we will deal with these monsters. As we strut. There we go. Quagmire. First strike for Luna. There was... It's really bad not playing it. This has got the same chord structure as the gestural song. In fact, it's the same music, really. It pretty much is the same music, but just a different slant on it. And I mentioned that before, that there's quite a few tunes in this game that have the same kind of theme, same kind of structure, just slightly different twists on them, which is really, really cool. When the music is that damn good anyway, so to hear it with a different slant is just as good. Right, let's crack on. She's got a light stain and a lightning stain, so we try to go with a cycle with her. So Earth first then. That'll do. And then we've got the marvelous Ciel. Right, so let me see what we do here. I'm sure I put the characters' abilities in the order that they should be done. So, like, if you notice, Gustav's order of abilities are in the order that I pull them out. So, triangle, square, then X is the order that he's goes through the cycle. Hers, therefore, Focus Foretell, I would imagine, would be first, because that applies Foretell, whereas Twilight Slash consumes Foretell. Which makes sense, right?
Here's your card.
Pick a card, any card. I want to try this attacking thing, but what's he got? He's got balance. Oh, the wheelie thing. How did the wheelie thing work? I've completely forgotten how the wheelie thing worked. It might be handy to remember that. Can somebody remind me? Probably you, Nagisa, how the wheelie thing works. And until I figure it out, I'm just going to attack for now. Oh, that's rubbish.
I'm ready.
Rubbish. Oh, sheesh, kebab.
Ready to evade.
A bit of violence, yes.
What? What in the hell, fire? What is going on here? Revive somebody. Oh, I've used healing tin. What the hell am I... Oh, no! I don't know what I'm doing. Revive.
A bit too much
Wrong
fun, eh?
person. Sheesh. What the hell am I doing? Fine. How does the wheel move? The number to the left of the AP cost indicates how much the wheel will advance by when using that skill. Oh, it's okay, thank you. Wow, I really am rusty here. We have gained a new level on Batlum. Luna doesn't need the AP anyway, or the XP as much as the others anyway, so that was obviously a plan. We planned. Oh! We have managed to a new skill. Hang on to your hats. We have a. Oh, we can't do the skill. Oh, we can. Chevalier thrusts, Chevalier piercing. We just learned 2 skills, just like that. To quote the good old Tommy Cooper. It's really strange because it's a really strange concept, accents. Don't ask me why I got onto this conversation. What led me down this rabbit hole, you might ask. But obviously when I'm not playing this, I have a much broader Yorkshire tone. I don't know why my voice changed when I started doing this, but it did. So I was ordering a drink at the bar. And I sat down, ordered my drink, which was, you know, Captain Morgan Spice and Coke. And the person next to me, who was from Boston, just turned around to me and said,
Not looking good.
"What a lovely accent. Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from England." He was fascinated by my accent. I'm like, I don't have an accent. Clearly I do, to other people. It's just really strange. Anyway, I don't know, on the topic of conversation, but I did. So, we've got fire and light. Fire and light. Fire and light. Thunderfall it is.
Here we go.
Wow, almost died. Well, almost is not good enough. You must die. In fact, we can probably kill you with an attack.
Eyes don't lie.
Let's see what these skills are. We've got a Chevalier skills. Single target physical damage that pierces shields 6 times, or 6 hits rather. Damage increased for each shield on the target. Chevalier thrusts, high physical damage to all enemies. All enemies. High physical damage to all enemies. 3 hits, and crits deal double damage. And increased damage if you're on heavy mask. Wow, that's a deadly manoeuvre that, if you can get that to work. That looks like a right manoeuvre. Right, so we've got Stalact punches. Moves it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he has got a heal. Stalact punches deals medium ice damage, does 4 hits, high break damage, and increase on heavy mask.
Watch out, Minoko.
Oh my god, that one's a difficult one to get your head around, that one. It's slow and then fast and then kind of medium speed attacks. Have you got any foretell? No, she has no foretell.
Here's your card.
Let's push forward.
Anyway, we've got now 3, 3, 3, 3. She's got nothing. Nothing. Should probably heal Minoko, really. Here we go, here we go. Minoko, as I thought there. Right, we've got Twilight Slash.
I saw your future.
Gotcha. Minoko doesn't need the experience, apparently. Okay, so which way do we go? The right way, which could be the right way, or the left way, which could be the right way too. Okay, that's got like... The game, I seem to recall the game usually tells you which way is the right way by putting stuff in your path that tells you it's the right way. Like lights, or flowers or something. Whoa, look at the size of that thing. This is not the right way, this is a side area. It looks like.
Good
To get
stuff.
a new weapon, a Nusaro. It could be good for him, it might not be good for him, I don't know. And right now... Yeah, this is a preview of what's to come. Death incarnate. Okay, good. Good to know death is waiting for us up the road in the form of a very large creature. Let's take a look at that weapon, shall we? It does significantly more damage. And it's already level 10, which means that parries increase the bestial wheel by 1, taking damage resets the bestial wheel, upgraded skills do 30% more damage. It's a no-brainer, isn't it, really? It's a no-brainer. Didn't we spec his points? Didn't we spec his points? No, we didn't. Look, his points are all on 0. Didn't we spec his points? Hang on here. No wonder he was not doing a great deal of damage in as combat there. Let me see where I've gone wrong here. Hang fire. I thought we did his points. Nobody told me I didn't do his points. You were all half asleep. Jesus wept. It's because I knew he was getting a new weapon, you see. I thought there's no point in specking him. I'm going to get a new weapon where his abilities will be slightly different. So let's not do it right now. Let's do it after a few fights first. I knew exactly what I was doing there. Right, now we're going to do them. Right, here we go. I wonder he didn't hit very hard. Flipping hell. We're going to put 40 points into B. No, we're going to put 50 points into B. We're going to put 40 points. Oh, that's not okay, not as many points as I thought. 40 points, 30 points, and we'll put 10 points. 28 points, 38 points. Try and do it like a... well, 35 points. Face 25 points, face 10 points, 11, and then maybe 5 and 5. Just a little loose smattering there. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I don't know about anybody else, but that'll have to do. It'll hit harder than he did, regardless of what points we put in here. There we go. Now, Nevrons, you should be very afraid, because he's now ready to rock and roll. Let's just make sure. Nasaru, level 10. Yes. Points, put in, yes. Shelley, hello! I am back already. I got back yesterday and I'm plunging myself straight into YouTube. Right, we could do with a heal, so let's go with a heal party chroma elixir. And we go. We go forward, my friends. Onwards to glory. Or death. Hopefully not death. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? Hangfire. Special stream edition. Special stream feature. I have one of these. Terry's Chocolate Orange Advent Calendar. Yesterday, obviously I got back. I went on holiday in November, I came back on the 8th of December. So I had 8 days worth of chocolates to eat on my calendar, and I couldn't manage them all. So I'm up to day number 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 6, 7, 8, and 9 to eat. There's 6. 6. Let's go open it up. Now the issue with this chocolate thing is they don't come out very easy. The damn calendar yesterday I noticed. There you go. 7. Where's 7? Open 7. 7. Oh! There's actually words in the doors. I didn't realise. I was just more interested in eating the chocolate. You're impeccable. You're the gift that keeps on giving. We've got a picture of a Christmas tree, Christmas pudding, Christmas present. Where's all the other words? I want inspirational words. don't know how they put these chocolates into this calendar, but they do not come out at all very easily. I can't even get this one out. There you go. So I'll just go with 2. I've got 2 more to eat, one for the 8th and one for the 9th of December. But this is the 6th and the 7th of December. Terry's chocolate orange calendar, lovely. Healthier than Terry's chocolate orange Baileys in your coffee. Right, let's go. Oh, so you found one? When I say something is very good, Nagisa, that's twice now. What was the first thing I told you to try that was really, really good and you agreed when you found it? Which is now the second time it's happened. Oh, the delicious chocolate orange. Well, lovely.
How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
Vanilla Haagen-Dazs. Yes, that was the one. That was the one. That was the one. I think I need to open the other 2 doors now because I've just got a taste of the chocolate. Like, ooh, I've got 2 more I could eat. Yeah. Delightful. I've got plenty of calories to spare today because all I've had is a peanut butter on toast for breakfast and an omelette for lunch, and that is it. I've got 1,400 calories to spare, of which I'm not going to use any half of it. And yes, Shelley, I was brought to tears by a piece of music. Google it. It's called Stendhal syndrome. And that's what happened to me. If you don't know what it means, Google it. It's a real life concept. Stendhal syndrome. Right, let's carry on with a newly upgraded Minoka, which should help. Right, what have we got? We've got an ice and a light stain. So let's go for wildfire.
Ready.
The thing with wildfire, which has never happened ever to me before this moment right now, is that if you cock up the perfects, it's wildfire and you can injure yourself. Lovely. Right. What a lovely start to the day. Right, do some damage, will you? With your full force. Now that is more like it. Oh, it was a different one! That was a different one! That's the one I was expecting. And then it pulls out one that requires a gradient count all of a sudden. Oh my god, I was ready for that. Slow, slow, fast, medium. I was ready. You bloody dogs. Right, revive.
A bit of violence, yes.
Attack. Nice.
Watch out, Minoka.
There we go. See? Ready for that one. I've got your numbers now, my friends. You're screwed. Well and truly. It's called Stendhal syndrome, and the music from this game caused it. Why? Is that the name of the composer? It can't be, surely to God. No. Oh, it's something that's going to come up. Really? Oh, hang on. We just let it run a bit longer, and now this part's kicked in. Never heard this part of the music before. It's called Stendhal syndrome music. First game calls it on. So basically, when I get to the point where this will become crystal clear. Is that a mug? What, this one? It's something my mum got me, but it's worn away. It's got all the text worn away. Basically, it's got a message on it from my mother. But yeah, oh, Christmas is coming. I could do with a new mug or two, and I'm actually going to go on the website that I use, Vistaprint, to get my mugs printed. I'm going to actually buy a friend a gift off that site as well. So actually, I think it's time for a couple of new mugs. Add it to my Christmas to-do list, which has got a few things on it right now. Which way were we going before that thing attacked us? I think we were going. Didn't we just get across on a thing? I don't know. I've lost my train. Oh, you can crouch under that. I just want to go up here for a second. Oh God. Okay, maybe not. I'll go under here. You got a work meeting? Enjoy. How can you enjoy a work meeting? They're never enjoyable, are they? But have a good one.
Stuff.
Have a good one. Oh, I don't. I wish I'd have got to work, honestly. Oh my God. Working sucks unless you enjoy what you do, as in like thoroughly enjoy. You know, there's a difference between not hating your job and loving your job, isn't there? There's a distinct difference there. If you love your job, you'd be waking up tomorrow morning after 2 weeks holiday and springing into work, wouldn't you? I love it. I'm looking forward to it. If you're in that position, you're a lucky sod.
So, Monoko, what was life like before the fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier. Livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart.
What's that?
Only a fraction of a fraction survived.
What was that?
Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Sorry. Saw something glistening there. I think that's the only way to pick it up, to be honest with you. I don't think I missed it the first time around, but... Let's carry on flying. Oh my God, right, so, my track record with coming back off holidays and getting ill is pretty epic, right? And I was ill going to holiday, so I ended up picking up a cold like a couple of days before I went. I'm sure I mentioned it maybe before I went on the stream, last stream that I did on, I'm sure I did, that I was coming down with a sore throat. Yes, I put it in the Discord server, that I was coming down with something, right, like 2 days before I was due to go on holiday, or maybe even the day before, starting to get a scratchy throat. I was like, oh no, this is just typical. It didn't manifest too badly, but for the first 3 days of the cruise, I was a bit bummed up, a bit snotty, and sore throat only lasted about 24 hours. All holidays fine, touch wood, so far so good. But on the flight back from Miami to Heathrow, on the biggest plane I've ever set foot on, so it was an Airbus A380, which if you're a plane connoisseur probably means something. To me it's a plane, right? I don't know what the numbers are, but this was a double-decker thing. It had 2 floors, and I'm like, obviously I've seen these kind of jets, but I've never been in one. So when we were checking in, or we were going through wherever we were going through the airport, we got asked what deck are you on. I was like, I've just come off a cruise, right? So I'm like, what deck? Deck. How do you know I've been on a cruise? It was like, oh no, there's 2 decks. There's 2 decks on this plane. A380, yeah. Airbus A380, I think it was. So I was like, oh, there's two floors, you mean? Yeah, there's 2. They call them decks on the plane, apparently. Yeah, there's 2 decks. I was like, oh. Anyway, all I'm going to say, as I've flown a fair bit in my time, never been on a plane that big. It was huge. You looked out. I was on the wing, right? I looked out of the window. This wing is the biggest airplane wing I've ever seen. It was huge. 4-engine thing. I'm thinking, Jesus, I've flown across to the Caribbean on a 2-engine plane before now. This is a huge, humongous creature. Anyway, You couldn't. I think there must be a way to get upstairs in the plane. There must be a way to get upstairs, right? Because of emergencies. But I didn't know where the stairs were, and it's not one of those places you can just go upstairs and there's a bar upstairs and you can lounge in the bar, kind of really Dreamliner bus kind of thing. It was British Airways. British Airways. Are they the only companies that do those planes? It was a BA flight, yeah. So, why I'm telling you this is because I don't dislike planes. I dislike the fact that if there's an incident in the plane, you're screwed, really, aren't you? There's no, the mortality rate of plane crashes is pretty high because of the nature of planes. Is they're very high up, they go very fast. It's filled with the most explosive, flammable liquid. So if something goes wrong, it usually catastrophically goes wrong. So that's always kind of niggling in the back of the mind. Statistically speaking, they're the safest mode of travel, considering how many flights there are on a daily basis compared to how many crashes there are. But there's always that kind of niggly, in my head at least, that little, tiny little niggly thing that is, if it goes wrong, it's going to be game over. But not to the point where I'm petrified or anything. Just kind of that, it's just a little niggle, I'll call it. But anyway, we're going down the runway. As soon as it sets off properly, which we were half an hour late setting off, but because of the jet stream, the flight time was, compared to going, which was 9.5, going back it was only 7 hours 15, so we were going to be ahead of schedule anyway. This plane starts to go, and considering how big it is, right, never been on a plane that big, it was literally like the Rolls Royce of planes, right? If you could picture, you've been in a car, you've been in usually decent cars and nice cars, and you go into something I imagine like a Rolls Royce or a big Bentley thing, and you sit in it, and off it goes, and down the road, and it's literally like, you can't feel it, it's like the most smoothest, most comfortable ride ever, and you think, well, I've been in some nice cars, but this is next level. It was like that in that plane, and I was travelling economy, legroom was decent, until, these are things that I should really be up in the party stream, but I've gone off on tangent now. So, set stuff down the runway, I didn't even hear, you couldn't even hear the engines. The plane's moving, and normally in the smaller planes, you're going down at like, it probably gets to about, 180, 200 miles an hour before it lifts off, and you can feel it, you're going off, and I love looking out the window, and I love speed, so it's like, oh, this is fun. This thing was and I'm thinking, ooh, it's going pretty fast, but it doesn't feel like I can't feel a bump, I can't feel anything in the, not a shake, not a shiver, the sound is just, and then it takes off. It was the smoothest plane, smoothest journey. There was a bit of turbulence, but silky smooth. Like a literal Rolls Royce, but they are Rolls Royce engines, aren't they? Rolls Royce of a plane. I thought, if I could travel on these levels of plane all the time, this is glorious. Absolutely fantastic machine. And we'll get on to this final point, which before, and I'll leave you with this debate, right? And then we'll crack on for the last half an hour or so. It's a long haul flight. It's a long haul night flight. When I say long haul, it's more, for me, long haul is more than 4 hours, right? So 7.5 hour flight, 7 hour 15, whatever it was. So it's long enough. Night flight, might want to sleep. Now, I saw this debate on Twitter, or X as it's called, whatever, only about 3 weeks ago. And the debate is it bad etiquette on a flight in economy to recline your seat? Now, I was quite surprised at how many people were like, yes, you should recline your seat. No, it's bad manners, it's bad. I'm of the opinion, right, that if I've paid for a seat that reclines, and I wish to recline, then I'm going to recline. Right? Now, hand on heart, I don't usually recline. In fact, I'm struggling to think of the time that I have reclined on a seat in an aeroplane, because I don't sleep for a start on an aeroplane because of that one little 1% niggly doubt. I kind of always sleep with one eye and one ear open kind of thing, right? So I can never ever kind of soundly sleep away. So I kind of just snooze and constantly waking up by noises and things. So there's no point in reclining anyway, so I don't recline. Even though I would be of the view that, you know what, if I wanted to recline, then I would recline. But I would turn around to the person behind me and at the very least, not necessarily ask them, do you mind, because I'm going to do it, but just let them know, by the way, I'm just going to recline my seat. You just might want to, because there's not much room, right? So they could be doing something, picking a bag up, and you're going to smack them in the head, or they could have something on the table behind them. Whatever. I'd at least let them know I'm going to do it. The guy in front of me. So we take off, and I'm there pottering about. I'm not telling you no lies. The seat reclined at the speed of an F1 car. No, or do you mind, mate? No, or by the way, I'm just going to recline, or maybe even if you're not going to recline and tell them, just maybe recline in a little bit of stages or something, you know, just soften the blow, not go from there to there, oh, you can't see, there to there in a split second. Like, if my head had been anywhere near that screen, it would have just gone smack right in my head. He reclined that quickly. And I didn't say anything, but I felt like saying, fucking mind? Because I was that way out anyway, because I've got a long journey in front of me. I've been in the airport in Miami for 8 hours before getting that plane. I wasn't in the best of moods anyway. He's lucky he didn't get a tongue lashing, because I was like, you could have at least warned me or just done not that fast. And he did it every time. I mean, he had the courtesy at least at meal times to unrecline himself, or whatever the term, de-recline, put his seat back up. But then, you know, after mealtime finished, same again. Boof, straight back. Just bang. I mean, it was annoying the fact that I'm 6'2", so planes are a bit cramped for me anyway, and now you've just literally given me no space because you've put your seat in my face, literally. So I had to I didn't recline my seat the entire way back, but I had to recline my seat kind of halfway to just give myself some room. So the person behind me, you know, I didn't tell them, warn them. I just slowly reclined it like kind of halfway to give myself a little bit of extra room, because I had no choice, because for the entire flight the guy was fully reclined. As I say, the reclining bit is not necessarily the issue. It was just the way he did it. The way he did it. Just not a care in the world. Just slap bang boom. I'm here. Bang. Oh my god, it drove me insane. And then the woman in front of my mother, constantly moving in a seat. Even like, if I was sat behind it, I would have been annoyed. Just moving, shuffling, the chairs constantly bouncing, and I'm like, what the hell? Has she got ants in her pants or something? She could not sit still. The joys of flight travel. There you go. Anyway, just a couple of little incidents there. Fading man! I have nothing but time, I suppose, to sit and think. What are you? These days I am just a man who sits and thinks. When she was young, she'd get sad thinking about mortality. But when I asked her about her sadness, her answer surprised me. What are you talking about? The paintress? She paints. She wasn't scared of death itself. She was sad because there are more works of art than she'd ever be able to see in her lifetime. So many fables from around the world that she'd never be able to collect, to bring to life in her workshop. All the beauty in the world she'd never get to experience. That saddened her. I encouraged them to believe that their dreams are within their grasp, but she proved me a liar. She did love a challenge. She did love to challenge me. All of them. She and I are the most alike of all of them. All of them? It's important to remember the ones we love, to keep them alive in our minds when they are far away. Far, far away. Are you originally from old Lumiere? I paint them so that I can remember them, remember their faces. The man has gone silent. Oh, the buffet incident. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about that on stream. I'll tell you excuse me, about that. Holy, I mean, yeah. Goodness grief. Now, there's probably some very poignant and very interesting words spoken there, but obviously still is shrouded in a little bit of mystery to us uninitiated. I kind of feel like the paintress is probably a victim of something in this game. She's obviously like painted as the great big enemy that paints time down and everybody dies, but I have a sneaking suspicion that she herself is a victim of something or some... I don't know. We'll see. It's just something... I don't know. Almost like there, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll keep my thoughts to myself for now. But I'm just, yeah. Am I going the right way? I think I am. I think I am. 11.5 hours to Sri Lanka. I watched two films on the way. 2 films in total. Considering it was a 9.5 hour flight and 7.5 hour flight coming back, that's what was like 18 hours total journey, right? Thereabouts. I only watched 2 films. Again, when I just like to sit in quiet time. I just like, just to sit and do nothing. I'm one of these people that I could sit in the right atmosphere. On holiday, usually is one of them, and just do nothing. Just sit and stare, and people watch or just contemplate, and I do not need any other stimulus than my own mind. Which might sound strange to some people, because some people can't do that. They like to be active and always on the go or doing something. I can just sit and stare for an hour, 2 hours, before I know it, like, oh, better go do something. Hangfire. I think I'm going the wrong way, I think I'm backtracking on myself. Am I backtracking, people? Oh my god. Guys and girls, you are no use to me today. Your job is to keep me on track and keep me on task. I'm clearly rusty here. Or maybe I'm going the right way, and it just looks very familiar. I don't think I am. No. I think I'm going the wrong way. Painted man's there. I think we're supposed to be going this way. I think so. I think we're going this way. This is the way to go. Aha, this is the way to go. Ring the bell.
Doesn't that look like one of Esquier's stones?
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring him a gift.
Yeah, that's the secret gift that makes him like the most insanely powerful creature ever, and we just casually picked it up.
I was surprised you agreed so readily to Verso's plans.
He seems to be our best bet for now. We lack too much information.
Told you, look, calculations.
Do you trust him?
I trust that he wants to reach the Paintress, so for now, our interests are aligned.
He has been helpful. Still, I have this feeling he's hiding something.
Minoko, how did you meet Verso?
Look at the
I
swimming
don't
trunks.
really remember. I feel like I've always known Verso.
He mentioned traveling with other expeditions.
Quite a few.
How many? What happened to them?
What happened to them?
Maybe ask Verso when we find him.
Yeah, okay. Finding them comes first. Any idea what this is?
I'm afraid not. This is my first time here as well.
Journal entry. Expedition 58.
58. They were the ones that Verso was traveling with.
I believe so. They made it surprisingly far. An axon. Interesting. Verso is... Is this true?
What? What's happened?
Mael's with him.
What's happened?
We need to go. Now.
Verso would never harm
I
her.
missed something here. What's an axon? 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 Maxon? Maxon? Oh.
Can you stand?
You like the tan, by the way?
Minoko gets a bit carried away sometimes.
My back hurts, but I'm fine.
Good. The others are probably heading towards the center of the city. We'll rejoin them there.
Feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like home.
Shady dealings.
You okay?
Ooh, hang on.
Monoko fits well in the disaster expedition, eh?
Yeah. It does. After you.
Dun dun dun. Oh, something's going to miss here. So now we're in control of these two, which actually is interesting because these two are the, I would say, my two favourite characters in the party usually. The most powerful characters.
Speaking of home, where do you live in Lumiere?
Above a bakery near the center. Angelique's Boulangerie. I ate there every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Mathilde's now. When this is over, you should go and visit.
Mathilde's Boulangerie. Right. I think we'll have a lot more success fighting with these two than the other three. Famous last words. Right, where are we? Let's have a look. Abilities, attributes, are we all sorted? No. Let's have a look at you. 3 points, let's take that to 40. And we'll put that to 22. Round numbers are good. Or even numbers, rather. What is it with even numbers? Is it? It's got to be a thing, right? Because I can't be the only one that prefers even numbers to odd numbers, right? When it comes to like things, even numbers are always like more appealing. What is that? There must be a terminology for that. It's almost like an OCD kind of thing, right? If something's an odd thing, or an odd number, if there's an odd number of things, or, you know, odd numbers in general, like, oh, people are like, no, got to even it out. There's got to be a proper name for that kind of thing. I'll call it a syndrome, or whatever, you know. What would you call it? What would you define it as? A quirk, maybe? A quirk? This is what you get on my streams. You get these life's questions thrown at you to ponder. Educational, these streams. You've learned what Stendhal syndrome is. Well, I haven't told you what Stendhal syndrome is. I asked you to go and Google it yourselves. But if you want to know what Stendhal syndrome is and you can't be bothered to use Google or any other search engines out there, it's basically where you're literally overwhelmed by beauty and works of art. It first occurred in in Florence, I believe. Florence is a place awash with epic artworks. And it was the Professor Stendhal who first coined the term, you see. So people that literally see great works of art and are overcome with emotion. So it could be music, it could be paintings, it could be a person, I suppose. You could see the most naturally beautiful person you've ever laid your eyes on and suddenly become awash and overwhelmed with emotion. Almost to the point in Florence, for example, where people used to faint. They were that overcome with the beauty of Florence. So that's what Stendhal syndrome is. So there you go, now you've learned something today. Okay, very good, let's move on. But yeah, what is the terminology for people that prefer even numbers? I'll have to Google that one myself and I'll report back in the next stream so you can learn something else new. Right, what we're doing, we've got these two people who we should be able to kick some ass with. So she's in virtuous stance as always to start with. And what do we always do with her to start with? We do a flurry fury, I seem to recall. And usually stands us in great stead. Followed by a quick strike.
You're outmatched.
You're outmatched. You are indeed.
Here we go.
We have warmed up, and we have had practice against these creatures. So whilst the other combination of people looked absolutely inept, these two look highly proficient. Such is the art of roleplay. Nothing to do with my incompetence at all. All part of the master plan. Door there. An edge there. Way down there. Way over there. Where's the
I
treasure?
never said there was treasure.
Hang on. I'm giving away some secrets. Here's the treasure.
Nice.
Drop down. Whoa. Okay, so we've got a way down and a way up, more treasure, and a journal.
Melanie, 5th of February. The Brigadiers are overdue from their mission to the Monolith, and we've lost half our remaining fighting strength to these creatures and their relentless assault. All adults have taken up arms, but I'm a bookkeeper. What am I supposed to do? Count them before they slaughter us? We've hidden the children. At least they're warm and dry in the cellars, but rations are running low. Things are calmer now at the hospital, but that's because most die before we can get to them. I guess I'm living out of pure stubbornness at this point. Survival isn't really survival anymore. Everyone's so quiet lately. Afraid we'll draw attention. Sometimes I talk to myself just to hear another human voice. Trevor, you promised I could die before you. You promised.
Okay, so this is a fracture survivor rather than obviously expeditioners. So when the fracture happened, yeah, obviously people were left behind, were caught up in it all. And so this is one such individual. Hidden the children in the cellars, the rations are running low, people dying all over the place. Yeah, quite the carnage. And that must be Trevor then. That looks like a bloke. Where did that creature go? So we've got down there, we've got up here. Up here also looks like it could be a side show of an area.
Great.
Chroma. Oh, hang on. A way to bypass this creature. I don't know, twist to bypass. I wish to kill. Kill, kill, kill. There's two of them. Anka. No. Yeah.
This and precision.
Nice.
Let's carve a path.
Let's carve a path.
Fast.
Fast. There we go. We might have to take off that perilous parry because, boy, we ain't parrying nothing for a start. And why take the 50% extra or the 100% extra damage when we ain't parrying very much? That needs to go. Right, and he's not got the most health either. He's got 959 health, which is by far lower than anybody else's. I need to look at his how we've spec'd him and redo it because it's not looking good, is it? Per se.
Strike.
The stream is going till around 18:45, so another 15 minutes or so that I can get ready for football and do my warm-ups and stuff without rushing around. Let's see if football is still on. I've had a couple more messages since I last checked. Let's just double check. It's nothing to do with football. Christmas football party plans. I have to respond to a poll. Right, Nagisa, welcome back. What other streams are planned for the week ahead? Tomorrow I'm going out tabletopping, so no streams tomorrow. Thursday I'll be playing football. Could be a pre-football stream Thursday, and then we're into the weekend. So after that will be Sunday. So potentially pre-football Thursday and Sunday would be your remaining two streams for this week. In terms of recorded sessions, may be able to fit some stuff in between those. These guys are just stood here like sentries. Oh,
let's cover path.
Attack them first. But we are attacking first anyway. Quick strike!
Fast. Bring it on.
Revive him, right? Oh my god. Let's get him some experience. Don't leave him down.
Did I die again?
Yeah, you did.
Fast.
I missed time that. Okay, so, I should have just killed it with per se when I had the virtual standstill. I've used the wrong one again. Why are you doing this one? It must be a different creature. I'm not gonna waste any more tins. I'm gonna burn you. Oh, I can't burn you. I can't use anything. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused. Have that. That should be like the easiest one to dodge, right? Because it goes backwards and then it comes forwards. I'm just clearly going far too soon.
You can't leave us yet.
Incoming.
Look, they all do it. They all do it. I still can't get it right. Look, just calm down. Be calm. And it will be easy. Just be calm. They're easy to do. Like, still don't have enough. Combustion. Swift stride, maybe? No, it's not burning. It'll probably kill it, though. Oh, no, it's good.
On me.
Kill it. I don't know what it is. Okay, stupidity is what it is, clearly. Incompetence. I don't like you. I like your friends better. We sucked at that. I'm going to cut you after this one as well.
They're a pretty good team.
You are not!
Verso? Verso? Putain. Where did he go? Verso, where did you go? I need to find Lumiere and Ciel, quickly.
Okay, so we're now a solo. We should. He'll be back. Schwarzenegger style. Heal party, yeah. So now we're on our own. We should probably spec her with like solo Pictos, right? Solo stuff. Two things. So the old key that we picked up right at the start of the game, that was what it unlocked. I completely forgot about that key, but yes, we did find it. And Norris winning the Drivers' Championship. Out of all of the contenders that were in the fight for the title, he was the one that I wanted to win it out of the three. I don't know. I'm a bit torn with Norris. I really am. Don't get me wrong, he had a very good end to the season. He had a big string of results which put him in that position because he was a bit hit and miss at the start. But it kind of smacks to me a little bit of, you know, you get some really good champions like, you know, your Hamiltons, your Schumachers, your Verstappens. It's probably a bit unfair to badge all people in that category because they are all-time great. It's not just good drivers, great drivers. They are exceptionally good drivers. But then you've got, you know, Alonso is also one that's probably just been a bit unfortunate with cars, a couple of titles. Hakkinen, I think, was a very good racer. He was a very good qualifier. Schumacher even said it himself. He was the one driver that he feared because of his speed. So you get some really good champions now, obviously, and then you get champions that I feel that have just ended up in a good car, a very good car, and they are, I won't say average drivers, is probably a disservice to them, but they're not going to be the greatest champions out there. And Norris, to me, is in that kind of mould, I think, a little bit. I class Jenson Button in that mould. I think Nico Rosberg is an interesting one because I think he was actually a very fast driver. It's just that he had obviously Hamilton's a teammate. Otherwise, he would have won more titles. And I think he was actually a very quick driver, which was masked a little bit because of who he's got. But then you get, again, I was going to say, you look at his age, and it's the same with Verstappen. You see how many seasons they've raced in Formula One, and it's quite shocking when you figure out, yeah, they're only 25, 26. Because Formula 1 drivers used to start racing in their mid-20s, right? Back in the day. Whereas now they're coming into Formula 1 at age 18, so by the time they've got like 7-8 seasons behind them, they're still only 26. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So you get champions, to me, that if they're not in the fastest car, but they're in like the second fastest car, they'll drag that car to a championship. Verstappen, Hamilton, your Schumachers again, Senna's, and they're not in the fastest car, but they'll they'll get that car over the line. Whereas Norris would not, for me, be able to do that. He would not drag a car to a title that that shouldn't be winning the title. That being said, he's British, he's young, he's a nice chap. He's said some things in the past which has got right up my nose, but he's young, so you've got to, I suppose, forgive out of the mouth of babes and all that. So yeah, but I will never be drawn to him as like a big fan, as I would suggest, which is really a shame. And I don't like Russell either so much. So when I'm looking at like the British people who, when Hamilton retires, probably after next season, I reckon, who am I going to support? One who's on my radar at the minute, who I think is going to be a good driver, a very good driver in the future, and who I could see myself warming to as a British driver, is Ollie Behrman. I think he is going to be a damn good driver. He's shown some glimpses this season of some insane speed. So I think that's going to be an interesting one. So I think my next British person I'm going to follow is probably going to be him. Well, you can't argue with that fact, Beowulf. You really can't. And I don't hate him. As he's gotten older, I have become less hateful towards him. I still don't like him per se, but yeah, you can't deny when somebody is just a class act, you know. You gotta give him the juice. Anyway, I got seriously distracted by F1 talk. Apologies. Oh, no apologies. That's what we stream for, right? We stream to have interaction, right? Not just to play the game constantly. Hence why we are about 40 hours in and probably not even just over halfway through the game, I reckon. And the game's supposed to be like a 30-hour main story, right? Oops. You know what you get with me. You've got heavy snow going on in real life, Nagisa. Cool, cool, cool. I do like snow when I'm not having to go around in it. And I'd rather see snow than rain, if I'm being quite honest with you. Yeah, we should have put. I said we should have put the solo Pictos on. It would have made complete sense to put the solo Pictos or the solo Luminas on. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We've got virtuous flurries to keep us going. One-shot kills. She can literally deal like more than 20,000 damage in 2 turns. With that followed by per se, so we're good. Offense is the best form of defense, but with those extra Pictos on, imagine how much extra damage you could do with those attacks, Mael, right? Right? If you just take 5 minutes to redo your Luminas, right? Right, team? What did I say about having epiphanies and be more efficient and effective and with certain things, right? This could be one of them where we actually min-max a little bit. Okay, it's not. I won't class it as min-max. It's not min-maxing, is it? It's just it's using strategy. It's using, you know, in games gone by where I have just not used items, for example. You know, use those buffs that are freely given to you that you just completely forget to use all the time. These kind of things, proficiency. That I have vowed to increase my efficiency in a lot of things, right? Efficiency and proficiency. But off in this moment, no. I've got this less than 5 minutes to finish the stream. I haven't got time to be jigging Lumina about. Are you having a laugh? I don't know what's happened to Lewis this season. Obviously, I've been a big fan of his since 2007, right? And I know there's an issue with the car. The car has been horrendous this season. And I know it's a new team and all that. And his race engineer is the worst race engineer I've ever clapped eyes on, right? Horrendous race engineer. How he hasn't been changed partway through the season is beyond me. And if he is in post next season, I'll be shocked as hell if that Adami fella is his engineer next season, because he's useless. Does not give him information at all that he needs. I mean, you listen to back some of the communications, and this is supposed to be the top level of motorsport, and this is what goes on? But Lewis, historically for me, and this is the one cling of hope that I'm holding on to, right? There's two things. We'll end on this. This is like a nice place to end, probably right here. So we will end here. Is that he hasn't gotten on very well with the ground effect cars anyway, right? So for whatever reason, they haven't suited his driving style very much. He hasn't outperformed. He hasn't shone in any of the cars. Now he hasn't had the greatest of cars from the start of this era, but you know he had one good season in these cars, which was it the second season in Mercedes where he got like third in the championship and beat Russell. That was it. Other than that, his first season, his second season with Mercedes, and now this season here, they have been average at best. So I don't think the ground effects helped him. So that's the one glimmer of hope I'm clinging on for next season. The second glimmer of hope is obviously he's moved to a new car, right? But people move to new cars all the time, and I've not struggled as much as he has. But nonetheless, he's driven the same car with the same team for several years, so it's an even bigger change there. So I get that. It's a change to everything, like processes, engine, which makes a big difference, car, everything, the whole kit and caboodle. So that's a massive, massive change. And especially when you go through all of that and the car you're given is completely a dog to drive as well, you've got to overcome that as well. So that's the other glimmer of hope that I'm hanging on for, that next season will be better. And then the final glimmer of hope I'm hanging on to is, we've seen it historically, if you've watched since 2007 like I have, is that when he's in contention for the championship, he's a different beast. That level is just upped, boom, because he's obviously got interest. When he's not in that title fight, his seasons tend to be pretty average at best, which is another hope I'm clinging on to. So I'm clinging on to the hope that if he's given a competitive car next season, and the cars are obviously new era, new design, new everything, and it's his second season in the team, all of those three things will be better, and we might see, you know, an improvement. I don't think he's past it. He's obviously not in his peak. He's 42. Is he 41, 42 next year? Obviously, naturally, people decline with age. But we have seen glimmers of it this season, that he's still got the speed that he needs to have a championship. Now, the only other issue is Ferrari could be far and away the best car next season, which means that he would outperform the rest of the grid. But he has to beat Leclerc, right? And that is the thing for me, which is the issue also, is that even if they have the best car, he's got somebody in equal machinery who's had longer in that team to beat, and he's got nowhere near beating him this season. So what's going to change next season on that front? So that is my biggest worry, is he going to be able to do that? Because Leclerc is not a slouch. He's one of the quickest qualifiers on the grid, and it's well known. So that's an issue. Not so much if your car's the fastest, because you can qualify second anyway, so that's fine. Racecraft has always been Lewis's stronger suit, but that hasn't shone through as much this season. So yeah, there's a lot of issues there. So if he was to win another title, there's going to have to be a lot of things fall into place, and I can't see it. I just can't see it happening. I just want him to have a good season and retire on a good note, rather than what's happened this season. If he was to retire like after another season like this, that is a big souring of your legacy, I suppose. But the only issue, the saving grace is he's not had any break. You know, he's continually driven season after season, no breaks or anything. So you know, he could still do it. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll end on that. We are with Maëlle. She's on her lonesome, and we are all trying to converge onto the paintress's heart. That is what we're trying to do. The party is being punted to the four corners of the map. We're all trying to get there. What's going to happen? Find out in the next stream, my friends. So as I said, next stream will be Thursday before football, more than likely. It was going to be Cyberpunk, more than likely. Next stream of this will be Sunday. In between now and then, I will try and get some recorded sessions up. Got a couple of things to do for Christmas though, right? Christmas comedy clips and all the rest of it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for joining me. First stream back. I've really enjoyed it. I've woken up no end. And yeah, see you all again very soon. Have a good rest of your evening. And until next time, it is bye for now.